All right, thank you. And I will just call on Dr. Chris Mushaya, who is the president of the Spirit of Africa, as well as the African Fest, to give us his address. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you very much, Miriam. And I would like to say welcome to our guests, special guests, and also to acknowledge again, as we did at the beginning of this festival, the owners of the land. On behalf of Spirit of Africa and the African community in this wonderful town, I would like to say thank you very much for coming and celebrating this day with us. It's our 8th year since we've been doing this festival, and we're very proud that we've really come a long way. You know, I remember when we started out, just a few of us beating a few drums just at the back there, and it was more of a family event rather than a festival. And over the years, it has grown, and it's largely in part because of your support, and of course the support of our sponsors, Townsville City Council and Queensland Government, and other well-wishers who donate, as we've been acknowledging throughout the day. So thank you very much. And you know, we are very proud and very appreciative that you have welcomed us as Africans in this community, and we participate in the growth of the community. So it's something which we want to take the occasion on a day like this to say, come celebrate with us, come see what we do, our dances, our music, our food, all that. I think it helps the community to appreciate who we are, and makes it easier, I think, for us to grow in this multicultural country that is Australia. So, you know, I won't say much more than that. So thank you very much, and I would like to say welcome to our official guests.
Thank you very much, Dr. Chris. And now I'll just call upon Stephanie Nonson, just give us a short address on behalf of Honorable Cathy O'Toole. Thanks very much.
Sabona Gunjani. That's good afternoon and how are you in Zulu. Thank you for having me here today. I would first like to start off by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land upon which we meet, the Bindal and the Wulgarukaba people, and pay my respect to their elders, both past, present and emerging. I'd also like to acknowledge the Townsville Mayor, Councillor Jenny Hill, State Member for Farangawa, Aaron Harper, and event organiser Tom Fearing. I am here today on behalf of the Member for Herbert, Cathy O'Toole, as her Senior Advisor, and Cathy sends her apologies today as she's currently in Canberra down at Parliament sitting. I have lived in Townsville for the majority of my life and have seen how multiculturalism in Townsville has grown considerably. We started with the Greek festival, then the Italian festival, the Multicultural Festival, and to now where our African community has grown so much in Townsville that the community is able to host and celebrate a festival like today. I myself have family that have migrated from Africa. My father was born in Rhodesia, now known as Zimbabwe. In fact, he was the person who taught me the welcome you heard earlier. Growing up, I can remember attending the African stall at the Multicultural Festival so that my father could have a small taste of home. And with this yearly tradition, I was able to learn the tastes, customs, and particularly the spirit of Africa. I have learned firsthand how cultural differences can not only strengthen our community, but also educate it, and that the world goes far beyond Bushland Beach. I have learned from my father and my Irish descendant mother that through sharing our cultural differences through food, stories, dance, and art, that we have far more in common than what divides us. Our African community has grown from immigration and refugee resettlement, and we should be incredibly proud of that. And here we are today, having grown from that one stall to an entire festival. And I want to congratulate the community in hosting such a successful event. Congratulations to all the organisers, stalls, dancers and African community on a wonderful event today, and I look forward to the festival growing again next year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Stephanie. I'd like to welcome Honourable Aaron Harper to come and give his address.
Well, thank you very much, and good afternoon, everybody. It's fantastic to be here at our beautiful Riverway precinct, celebrating yet again another part of our community with the Spirit of Africa Festival that adds, I think, to the tapestry of our community. It was only 2 weeks ago we had the Filipino Fest, and we have many festivals here. What a beautiful afternoon. I know it's going to be a great evening, and can I first also just acknowledge the traditional owners, and thank you for the acknowledgement. Can I acknowledge our fantastic Mayor Jenny Hill, and thank you Stephanie, here representing our federal member for Herbert, Cathy O'Toole. I think just for a moment having all three members represented here tells you something. We're all invested in our community as your elected officials, and we love to come along to these things and help celebrate our rich cultural diversity, as you've done today. So can I thank you? And as I came across the park, I heard that wonderful Thuringowa brass band. Could we all give them a big round of applause? They sounded amazing. We've got some members leaving now, but they were just outstanding. And I know as the evening progresses, we're going to hear a lot more singing and dancing of the African culture. And to Tom and the entire organising committee, you've done it again. And I know more people will be turning up throughout the evening. But to the event organisers, thank you. Our diversity is in our people. And the Spirit of Africa is a great acknowledgement of our cultural diversity, this festival. But I think if we just think for a moment, where members of our community actually contribute, of the African community, contribute to our economy as well, by working in our health precincts, by working in places like education. And so we are one big family here in Thuringowa, and I thank everybody for coming along today. I know it's going to be a great evening, it always is, and enjoy it. Enjoy the singing, enjoy the dancing, enjoy the happiness. And can I say to every member here from the from the African community, thank you for being you. I had some representatives in my office just in the last couple of weeks. They're always happy. They're always smiling. They're always full of energy. I never see anyone upset or angry. They're always smiling and happy. And I think that's something that's very special about our African community. So thank you so much for just being you and adding to our local community. Have a great afternoon, and I'll hand over to the Mayor, Jenny Hill. Thank you.
Thank you, Aaron. Firstly, could I also acknowledge the Bindal and the Walgurugaba people on whose land we meet here today and pay our respects to their elders, past, present, and all future generations. Could I acknowledge Aaron Harper, the member for Thuringowa, who's here representing the state government, the Palaszczuk government, and of course Stephanie Norton, who's here representing Cathy O'Toole. Chris, Tom, to all your organising committee, this is fantastic. I was actually here 8 years ago when you had your very first festival, and I remember the drums down the back. So it's been really pleasing as Mayor to be able to, through the Council, continue to support this festival and what it means. After 8 years, you've really come a long way, and let's start talking about how we're going to celebrate the 10th year. You, the African community of Townsville, you continue to amaze me with the colour, the vibrancy, the excitement that you inject into your festival and our community. As I look around some of these wonderful displays, I can see why the African culture is so renowned for its richness and its diversity. And as Aaron said, you are a joy. I never see anyone with a sad face. You're always happy, you're always joyous, and you're always welcoming. We have over 3,000 people in our community who identify coming from Africa, and you've started to make such an important and a tremendous contribution. You are the fabric of Townsville, and it's a joy to have you here. You are our friends, you are our neighbours, you are staff members for where I work at Council, you are community members, and you give so much back to our city that it's something to be admired. Can I say that over the next day, or for tonight, I hope the festival is something that not only you embrace the rest of our community, but it's something that we can all share and be a part of. I hope it is a success for all of you, and I want to officially open the 8th Annual African Festival of Townsville. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And now I'll just get Mayor Jenny Hill to officially release these ceremonial doves. We are very grateful to Chris for actually bringing them over. And you can see that some are white, some are colored black, gray. That is to just show the cultural diversity of this great city that we live in. And now they will just lift up the lid, yes, and release the doves. That's beautiful. Thank you very much. We're grateful for the peace that we enjoy here. Thank you very much, Mayor Jenny Hill and Aaron Harper, as well as Stephanie for representing Kathy O'Toole. We're really grateful. Thank you very much. Let's all give them a huge round of applause. This is indeed a great honor and privilege. Thank you very much.